tank instead with Rel.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, Seos, I do think really excels in a lot of these really big engaged champions with Rel. They're taking the Drake, especially off of, we talked a little bit about how this counter pick works with the Ryze, but essentially has had Prio in that lane pretty much since the start, so Contracts can easily play around that as well.
Yeah, and I was just looking at runes, speaking of the Senna scaling.
Gathering Storm?
I've just been waiting for more people to bring Gathering Storm. We have one copy of Gathering Storm in this game. B-Boy brought it. He doesn't want to get outscaled by the Senna. So
UG aware that his red buff likely was being invaded, but they're just going to keep chasing after him, and it's just immediately flashing in onto him. Here comes the Realm Warp. He's got nowhere to go. Heavy commitment, but they get the first pick up those extra souls. As APA going to take a good trade there onto Palafox. And there's the hook in. It's going to be Seos in trouble. The Chains of Corruption come down, but it's going to be Seos down in a hurry. The TPs now do arrive. Palafox in the backline looking for Yuchi. Yuchi is slated to fall, and it's Yon low on the run. The Cataclysm comes through. They're trying to keep Core alive, but I don't think they can do it. Equalizer from Impact, though, getting some work done. He's going to flash in on a B-Boy. Collects with the Electro Harpoon. He's going to get down Fudge as well. APA with a massive sweep. Knocks down a couple. It's Impact.
At least that's what they'd like to do, but they're trading lane tempo and a Rift Herald start for the Drake. They got pushed on top and bot lane currently.
Yeah, it is interesting. These objectives has synced up very well. Grubs with first Drake, Herald with second Drake because of those delayed Dragon takes. Shopify here clearly want to fight Yuji, and Yuji has no flash. We're missing a lot of summoners across the board here as APA getting some good chunk, narrowly backsteps the charm. Whiffs though, and Seos is going to flash back in with the Magnet Sword. There's the Chains of Corruption, and there is APA regretting his decisions. Falls straight to the ground. Now the TP's coming in. They're going to turn on Impact. There's the Cataclysm lands. The charm does not connect. The Equalizer comes through, and Contracts does fall, but it's matched on the other side, and the Ryze is coming in.
CC when they want it, right? And we saw that chained together here.
Flashes in. There's the Rupris, and he's just dead. Deletes him with the elbow. B-Boy there. Fudge locks him down, and B-Boy knocks him down. It's another kill for Shopify.
Another kill for Shopify, a turret for Shopify,
That's
and Feats to
Not
Shopify.
only on stage, but in scrims. He's become such a reliable player for Shopify that it is bringing this extra dimension to the team.
Significant
This is B-Boy driving this in, but this
seems
is
like the wrong pilot.
He is the wrong pilot. He's going for it anyway. Seos is going to block the hook, and the charm does connect there onto Core JJ. No more will break that out, but that was risky. Great play from Seos to be able to block that, but in comes APA, and Impact is here as well. The Equalizer is going to drop it, the charm does connect on the other side, and it's APA in trouble. It's APA knocked down. B-Boy on the run. Seos trying to get out of there as well. Core JJ limping away with single-digit health.
End result is that Shopify still come out ahead. Here we go. B-Boy launching himself out of the Rift Herald. The big thing for me as to why this fight
but all 10 players are still down here. That means something's going to happen.
Yeah, there's the hook in from Core JJ. They do find one on the side. Fudge is going to be in trouble. Goes into the stasis. Can they have the follow-up damage to knock him down? Fudge trying to limp out of there, but there's the Equalizer across multiple members. Realm Warp going to be used defensively as the Senna ult gets him incredibly low. Fudge has no TP, no ult. They are right in onto the Otacon.
Yeah, and there you do see the power of this Team Liquid comp when they are able to kind of set up and fight. It does look like Shopify still want to contest this, though.
They absolutely do. There is the charm on the core, but it's his flash being forced by the hook. Palafox loses out on that exchange, and now they want nothing to do with it. Shopify make the call. We've got to give it up.
Yeah, really nicely done from TL, recognizing that they could potentially set up. As Jat already said, with this
stopwatch or Zhonya's, unless you've used your Seekers, just because the amount of stats you get from the upgrade are so insignificant, you'd rather get the shorter cooldown on your stopwatch. So though, when he could go in for a steal.
Contracts, though, does have no flash. UG getting low. Palafox chunking him on the side as B-Boy's trying to get over there. Impact now is hunting for Contracts, trying to keep him away from
they're going to trade it. They're going to trade it for the Drake. They're out.
They're going to try to actually go for a steal over the wall. They can't get it secured by TL. They back off, and
he's tied with Xmithy already. He goes for the Drake instead because he wants to win this game. I love getting Soul for Baron. Team Liquid must convert on this buff right now.
Yeah, as we see them crashing on this topside turret, really nice recognition from Shopify, I think, to be able to trade that, especially if we are expecting these super long, super drawn-out team fights.
Could potentially look for something if they want to get aggressive.
Oh my.
Contracts now spotted. He's going to look for Yon. There's the ulti. It's going to be flashed by Yon, though. Chains of Corruptions do come down, but it's just on Core. It's Contracts that's in trouble. It's Contracts falling fast. It's Fudge in the middle of everyone, though. The Equalizer is great again from Impact, and Fudge is in trouble. He's strong, but he's not that strong. He's shut down by APA.
Contracts just goes too deep. He flashed for the ult onto a target with flash. So he's able to just fly out of the ultimate. Team Liquid still had the power from the Baron buff, and now they're pushing hard.
That's massive for TL as well, because this composition is going to be so difficult to deal with now that they have the gold lead, now that they're in a position to be able to set up for things, and they're pushing
on this bottom side, trying to take out the last tier 2 tower that Shopify does have remaining. Palafox and Seos here to defend, but not a lot of power here with just those two, as Fudge is pushing on the other side, trying to trade a tier 2 of his own. No one answering him just yet, but APA's got to be responded to in mid lane.
Yeah, I was going to say, APA is also pushing down in mid lane as we see Shopify kind of splitting their time between that. B-Boy throws out his ult, not going to get it, as Fudge does end up taking down that tier 2 on the top side of the map.
Someone will have to respond to Fudge eventually, or they're going to look for the dive, and they're going to go for the dive instead. It's Seos locked down. I don't know if he's going to get out of this one. Does trash down over that pillar. Barely to safety. Nice sidestep on the Senna ultimate, but now the base could be in trouble. But on the other side, they're losing their tier 3. TL is just going to keep pushing. They're trying to go for it here. Impact's now going to base, but Impact has no equalizer, so the 1v1 could be tough. Looks like Fudge will get called back as well, so will be the inhibitor.
Flank
but
TP.
the question is, can they actually chase them down? The TP does come in. Does he have the Realm Warp? They have the Death Cap, and they're looking for the dive. They're getting back in onto Yon. APA trying to survive here. Yuji running for it, turning in onto Palafox. Impact TP's back to the team, but it's Yon and APA that fall. Both the carries are lost here, and they might even get Core JJ.
It's not about the last fight, it's about the next fight. Contracts had burned the Yon flash on the original failed play, just flies in to execute him at the start of this one. And Shopify get now 3 kills and a strong push in the bot and mid lane.
And look at top, the minions are still there. They never got cleared out by Impact because he had to teleport immediately back to his team. So they're gonna lose an inhibitor here, very likely. They're pushing through mid, so they're not gonna go for the end. But they will likely get, you know, at least that one inhibitor top. They're going to try to crack this tier 2, so they're picking up a ton of gold on the map right now. This is a similar play, but the Baron's just going to be dead already. It is going down so fast. Fudge deleted that thing.
Super interesting that they're pinging the bot side. I think they're going to send Fudge down there to threaten while Team Liquid will be taking the other, so they'd be threatening an end game.
Right face check here. He just ults in. He's going to try to ult out, but what was that? He is shut down.
Trying to end them.
Gives him a freebie. He is stopping the base. He stopped the bases, and they're going to take game 1 here very likely. Looks like the Nexus is in their eyes, and they're going to knock it down. Shopify there.
The
Make
midfielder, the genius midfielder.
Nico does not have enough single target damage to take out Aatrox if he gets ahead. If he stays even or goes behind, it's going to be really easy to lock him down in a Nico ult and one-shot him. However, he can be quite a beast this game if he manages.
But in this setup, again, I really do like this coming out of TL, right? Like moving around the map, keeping Shopify having to respond to what they're doing.
Down, they spent a bunch of time on Dragon. He lost another wave, so he is not accelerated on this Aphelios.
Does land the Tangle Barb. They're going to actually flash this. They're looking. Can the Pop Blossom connect? Yes, just the very edge of it. Palafox gets knocked down. TL,
I believe.
Oh, they're going to heal from use speed. Getting a bit aggressive there, and Shopify does get nervous. Uses a heal of their own defensively. Seos, though, maybe has to flash, and maybe it's too late. He flashes to follow. Yon down. Might be low on CS, but he's got to kill.
Yuji's here.
Yeah, Yuji is here, and now B-Boy has to cancel the base. This is problematic. They do have teleports available to try to come in and potentially save him if they want to go for it. There is low mana here on Yon, but they're going to interrupt him again. I think they're just giving him up. No way that B-Boy can get out of here. It's just going to be tanked up by Yuji. Short trades over and over and over. Bloodthirster completely mitigates that. So now, you know, you have to look for Core, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Great sidestep by Yon on the Glacial Prison. Pops the ulti, trying to turn around on B-Boy, but Core is low. Core is in trouble. He's knocked down here by Fudge. Fudge arrives with a Pop Blossom has come in, and it is damn awesome. Yuji knocks Fudge back into the tower, but
not going to go for it at the moment. Just got some push mid. Nice take.
Grab it. Need to start fights out. It's just such a good answer. It makes it really tough there. You can see B-Boy going in. Does proc the Electrocute, barely broke through the BT shield plus the Lulu shield there, so really troublesome to get that done. But now Yuji in some trouble here, has no flash. Remember, they traded earlier. Fudge has arrived, but so has Impact. Impact trying to back him up, but a great sidestep on the side. Over on the other side, it's APA knocking down B-Boy with a fantastic Pop Blossom. Impact trying to get out, does flash back to safety, and now it's TL that are looking for more. The Shockwave lands, but it's only on Impact, and that guy does not take damage.
I think TL takes those. They kill B-Boy. Yon's able to get pushed on this wave unless this extended fight is able to be won by Shopify, but they have no Orianna ult. And Team Liquid still just trying to... is going to turn to be much, much larger. The shield can be up to 195. The barrier can be 291. Core JJ can put about...
answer of a push from top side for Fudge because he's got no minions.
And the timing is perfect because Drake is up as well. So they're probably going to give up this top turret, but they get mid turret and Drake in return.
Yon gets knocked out of it in a bad spot. He's going to get knocked up by the Nami ult as well, but they don't have the damage to turn around on him as Impact just ults in. APA is here, looking for the Pop Blossom, gets 2, knocks him low. Can he finish him off? Gets Seos, might be traded back. B-Boy gets 1. Fudge now in the back line with Palafox. It's the flanking solo laners. Yon has got to get out of there, but it's Yuji right now that is in trouble, and Yon is firing over the wall, keeping Yuji safe. B-Boy very low, trying to stay involved here, but he is just on a sliver of health right now.
It turned into such an awkward fight. APA didn't quite have the damage to burst everyone, so he followed a bit too far through, and Yon got caught.
Oh, Shockwave gonna have to be
There's no vision,
away.
But they want to stop this because they know Shopify is kind of low.
I mean, this is risky. Course is still just walking forward now. He used both his summoners there to get out. They are going to TP Impact down, and he's going to be able to walk in and get vision of this. It will be too little. It will be too late, but can they win the fight? Palafox, though, great chunk on Yon. I think that's going to dissuade anything more. Impact now is in the middle of 5, and the question is, are you tanky enough for that? The answer is a resounding no as he flashes out to safety. The McHale's has to be used as well.
Coming through is actually huge, and also for...
APA looking. The flashes are traded, but it doesn't matter. He catches him with the very edge of it, nails the tangle barbs, locks him up. We're out of position. We may just have to give it. Now they're trying to get in here, but APA is not going to be involved. The Otacon down to 3,000 HP. Impact is looking for Fudge, but Shopify is looking for the Otacon, and they have got it. Even if you have to give up Fudge, it's fine. They just really going to have their eyes on this next dragon. As you can see, Impact is confident, just continue trading autos, and there's the TP now used on top side just to try to get out of there, as Yuji's going to be chasing him down, and the APA is behind him. Fudge is dead to rights. APA grabs his even though he's going to be respawning 10 seconds after. If you have no teleport, you're not going to get there until the dragon should already be done.
Yeah, and they're doing such a good job.
Not posturing for it.
Yeah, TL just playing really well around their pressure. I do want to point out this mid lane discrepancy.
Luden's Storm Surge plus Sork Boots, that is a ton of damage. He's targeting the squishies. He knows it's not going to be up to him necessarily to kill. Keep playing the same way. You have to play in their face, but Impact trying to punish him as he dashed forward. Great dash to the side, though. Does avoid it. Seos does not. In comes the 20 ult, but it does not connect. But the culling gets Yon incredibly low, and on the side, APA gets chunked out. APA is on the run, and now so is Impact, as the other solo laner's already gone, and Impact's about to fall. He gets shut down by B-Boy
as well, which is great for Shopify.
They're looking to position aggressively. Look at Palafox over the wall here. Can he find an angle? If they go too far to the right, they could be in trouble. Palafox uses the same position on his side, was playing in that Raptor pit. But we see APA is pushing top lane, trying to threaten that tier 2.
Yeah, I also think the Team Liquid's going to threaten Baron instead of Soul right now because they're not prioritizing getting the mid push. They're prioritizing prepping the top side of the map. So if Shopify moves towards Drake, I could see Team Liquid trying to burst down the Baron with the Aphelios.
Yeah, and I think that's a really nice call, right? Like, they are in the driver's seat with this Drake stacking, as Fudge is actually going to start it up himself. And APA is still pushing on this top side.
Oh, B-Boy getting aggressive here. Does chunk Yon low.
Damage.
APA had still been pushing, but Palafox is back to base. He's going to try to flash on him. They trade flashes here, but it's APA who's losing out big time. He did land the tangle barbs. He jukes him out with the clone. He broke his ankles with the clone.
Break it to you.
But can he even get out? In comes the redemption offensively. They will shut him down. At the end of the day, it's a nice play from APA.
Them out with their range rather than Shopify diving in.
Oh, big chunk there. B-Boy is going to get engaged on by Impact, but can he find more? Doesn't connect onto him. Yon has to get ulted up, but it's a massive Pop Blossom, and it's APA making the difference here. Fud's getting targeted, but he gets flashed in and just takes out APA. Baron will go down relatively slowly, still 10,000 HP. Fudge gets vision on it. Contract's going in onto Yuji, trying to put the pressure on, and the bubble does connect as well. But Yuji's going to flash in. He's going to go for Palafox, but he can't get much there. And now Yon is starting to whittle down on this Baron here. It's down to 4,000 HP. Fudge is behind him, does connect the Infernal Chains, but Yon is going to flash on his face. The Q3 connects, the McHale comes out. Yon is standing, Yon is fighting, Yon is living, but not for long as Contracts knocks him down. It's up to Yuji and Impact and Core JJ though, and they get the B-Boy not gonna risk it. TL at the end of the day claim the Baron. That was a crazy sequence.
This is fun. This is a fun game.
It's a good time.
Just about to spawn here. Now it is up. TLC, you can have the
they're
dragon.
just
You take
pushing
that
mid.
soul point. We are going to take even more here. They're going to take down the tier 2. They will get at least one inhibitor. You have to think. The question is, how much more will they be able to get? They're going to grab the inhibitor tower. They are going to grab the inhibitor.
Rotate
and then they're going to move
top side.
top. Exactly.
Yeah, really nicely done
With
from
the clone, as Impact's just going to escort these super minions in through mid. As Jan is going to grab the red buff. They're going to look for it again. APA does get connected in onto, and APA is just going to get burst down. Cannot get away.
More games yet, and now they're posturing over this Baron.
Yep, UG just getting a little bit of damage down, but you can see Fudge pushing the tier 2 bot. Will be a nice injection of gold for him, as he has that last Whisper, so likely to be working towards that Cyril does for himself.
Shopify to be able to get on top of Jan, especially with this incredibly beefy Scion in front of him, and
Well, they're looking like TL want to engage here. They're going to pop. Oh, the pop-up's going to get stunned on a great ult from Contracts, and APA just gets deleted. Contracts outplays him, but he does give up his own life in exchange, and now they have the jungle advantage here, and they could look for a potential soul. Impact's going to get Mikhail's there by CoreJJ. He's got to kite back as Fudge is looking for more. B-Boy dashes forward very aggressively. Jan gets connected on by Fudge. They want more. The flash is going to be forced there by Impact. Fudge's ult does expire though. Jan fighting. Jan gets knocked up. Yuji going back in. Jan is incredibly low. He can't rejoin the fight. And Yuji's in trouble. He has the GA, but is it just going to be for a second death? B-Boy dashes in on CoreJJ. Yuji gets wild growth, but Fudge flashes in and smacks him into the ground.
being able to stop that Pop Blossom from coming in from APA. APA immediately gets
Be able to
blown.
push him out of that brush. APA now sees that that red buff was aggroed. You can see Fudge on the side trying to maintain positioning. His Contracts and B-Boy will just two-man this
Shopify
great
Baron.
positioning. Shopify just don't allow TL to ever walk in. They know without the flash on
Haven't been able to quite close the deal, but they are getting very close.
Yeah, they'll definitely get this mid tier 2. I love how B-Boy using this Lucian, right? Like, he's been able to posture a lot more aggressively, especially since he locked in that GA. Really, really well done from him. And they should be able to get some damage on this top tier 2 as well. Will go down.
Yeah, Jan now on his 6 items, was fiddling around with his build a little very well. This tag team duo of the Soul Laners from Shopify, I feel like has been positioning so well, and B-Boy is going to get flashed on by Yuji. Is that the error here? He's going to get CC'd up, he's going to pop the Crescent Guard and get the ulti plus Mikhail's from CoreJJ, but it's a trade of flashes there. Yuji for B-Boy. B-Boy has been so important for the Shopify team.
It's so hard for Team Liquid to move in now with no flash and ult on their jungler. They're just hoping to be able to get this mid wave, but Fudge is so smart here, cutting off the minion wave, so Team Liquid won't be able to push when Shopify go for Elder.
Even without flash, B-Boy feeling confident, stepping forward, looking for some more damage here. Again, can they punish the missing flash? That is the question. APA is going to look for it, and APA is going to connect, but doesn't even matter. Almost bursts him down, but can't finish him off. And it's Fudge on the other side, trying to put pressure on Yuji and the rest of the team there. B-Boy survives, thanks to the help from Palafox and the cleanse. APA couldn't 100-0 him, and the rest of the TL couldn't get there because Fudge was just zoning them off.
Oh, Jan's so strong, trying to push them away, but B-Boy has the GA. He doesn't want
Jan gets tagged over the wall. Did Jan go too far? He's in trouble, but he almost 100-0s B-Boy. B-Boy survives, though. In comes Impact, and now the GA has been triggered. Contracts in the backline almost gets Jan, but Fudge finishes the job. Knocks down the bot lane as Palafox, Fudge, and Contracts will not be stopped. Impact, though, can cut the wave. Impact's going to TP to bot and try to kill the minions here.
This Elder, shout out to Fudge. I did not believe in this Aatrox. I really, really didn't. He has done such a good job of marking targets and then additionally trying to get on to Jan.
He can get in.
He might be.
Can. Yeah, he got in and blocked it, but doesn't matter. Looks like they can't catch up.
Walk it off. APA is going to maybe do something sneaky. They're just trying to
waiting for
maximize
B-Boy.
Elder as long as possible.
They're waiting for the respawn on B-Boy here, and B-Boy sells the GA. That was triggered, so now he has the BT. He's just going to sit here, and they're going to wait until he respawns, but they need to make sure no one else can get over here for a random steal, because that is a 700 HP Elder Dragon.
Yay.
There's no jinx in the game.
I mean, if APA goes over there, he's likely to die. This would be risky. APA is going to look for the one-shot onto Seos. He will get it, but the question is, can he actually get out? He tries to juke them out, but they do not bite. They're attacking on both sides. Gets the kill on Seos, but that is there to actually stop Jan from getting anything done afterwards, as Fudge is just dodging in and out of that Raptor pit. Contracts goes over the wall because he has the Ocean Soul, hits the clone, heals right back to full. Contract here has the ball from Palafox. Are they going to send for it? They're going to go, they flash in, they do catch Jan. Jan gets Mikhail's, but can he even survive? He drops out the red gun ulti, but it's not enough. Fudge in the backline takes him down, but on the other side, it's APA trying to make something happen, but it just doesn't matter. They don't have the damage, they don't have the juice. Shopify Rebellion knock down TL. Take out 3 of them. They're pushing for the win here. It's up to Yuji. It's up to APA. Will they be able to hold the line here? B-Boy is dead, but it just doesn't seem like it matters. They don't have the damage. They don't have the wave clear. Shopify Rebellion are looking for kills, are looking for more because they know this game is theirs. Shopify Rebellion will take it and move to match point.
Revan said he believed in his team to pilot these champions. He believed in this draft despite the fact that
like Jax, Wukong, Kaisa Ultimate, Rakan Engage, like all of these things, you know, that you can actually interrupt. I do think that the Alistar works really well also. And Corki going to be the answer here. Yeah. Definitely a lot of early power. I do feel like
in a good position.
Oh, Yuji just hit 6, and he's going to try to catch Fudge here. Fudge was actually going for the plant because he was low on mana. Even if he gets out, he could lose his maiden, but it looks like he probably won't. He's going to be knocked up, stunned up, went for the roam to grab the honey fruit that has been kind of carrying Team Liquid to so many of their victories. Even when they're struggling, he has been showing up. He has been putting in work. In so many of the losses, in so many of the losses as well, he's that big threat. So I do think if TL are on the back end of that, maybe overestimating his power, but he does have the TP available. Meanwhile, APA looking for the seismic shove. Palafox tries to juke it out, but can't do it. Yuji is here. There's no flash. He gets knocked back to be able to come back as far as scaling is concerned. There's 3 members top here. Can Fudge outplay it? Let's see if he can get it done. There's the TP coming in. The Counter-Strike comes out. Yuji's going to go in anyway, but do they have the damage to finish him off? Doesn't look like it just yet. He's down incredibly low, but he's going to be finished off there. Palafox, can he get one back? Doesn't have the damage to finish off APA. He'll just be able to walk it out.
Really blowing this game open because they have all 3 of the turrets down below 1/3 health. Impact is just trying to kill this turret, and Fudge can't do anything about it.
Fudge is in a lot of trouble now. He's going to pop the ulti and try to chase him down. In comes Contracts, but can Contracts get here in time to matter? He cannot.
Top die.
This entire time, right? Like this is kind of a TL classic where they're trying to push up their side waves. They're trying to create mismatches.
Make a play down here on to Impact. He does pop the Counter-Strike early, going to get caged in, hops out of it. But here comes Contracts, and here comes the entire squad. They want to try to knock him down. Do they have the damage to do so? It looks like they've got it. They bring 4. The shutdown goes to Fudge, and he's going to get some alone time in the tower. This is likely going to be a tower kill for him also. Wow. But topside, it's APA doing what APA does, pushing out the side lane, pressuring towers.
That's still a nice small win for Shopify, right? In that the kill goes on to the Yorick. Fudge is able to get alone time with this turret. They are able to stop APA's push here.
Here comes APA down from the top side. The Weaver's wall is there, and they are going to be pinched out here. B-Boy going to be in some trouble. The tower gets knocked down. B-Boy's going to get flicked back, knocked down. They take a tower of their own.
To B-Boy, and that will give them their first Drake of the game.
Yep, nice fight back there by Team Liquid. I'd say Yuji is definitely...
So Fudge, aware that there could be pressure, backs off, keeps himself alive.
Well, we talked about that mistake from Impact, but he's still able, once he gets back out on the map, right, to then just chew through this turret bot and push up on the bot side of the map because of that play that they were able to make mid, right? So, again, TL playing the map super,
Hex Flash
super well.
over, looking for the angle, does stun Yuji into the wall, but has the clone out as well, so he wasn't visible, I think, as he got stunned there. So not going to be any follow-up. Seos, though, going in. Seismic shove coming out over the wall. Does catch B-Boy. Pulls him out of the Valkyrie, though. And in comes Yon. They're going to be able to knock him down. Yon gets knocked out, but Yuji just doesn't care. He's going to keep going and looking for Contracts. It's a double for APA. It's Seos flashing to safety. Very difficult to walk through this tight corridor here against APA, but they do get the push through bot. You can see Fudge answering mid right now with the Maiden. He's trying to walk over here. And B-Boy and Shopify just say, you know what? You leashed it. We'll just continue it. They're going to stay on this. Will they be able to actually knock it down? Because Core JJ does have eyes on it. Yuji going to be zoned out here by Palafox. It's getting very low. Yuji is too far away. I think he's allowed himself to just give this up. Wasn't in position to even contest. Yon on the side, though, going to be going for the kill. And in goes Impact. Massive Counter-Strike connects on multiple members. The Contract's going to be knocking them back. And it's Shopify just trying to run for the hills. Seos slated to fall, but he's trying to buy some time. In goes Yon with the killer instinct. They're going to get B-Boy as well. How much more can they get? Contracts will fall. 3 for Otacon. Not worth it here for Shopify as TL gets the maiden.
And the big thing here was Fudge, again, TPing in to respond to this Kaisa push. That's kind of very easily able to clean up this third Drake, second for them, completely uncontested.
Game. And a lot of times when you lose those really long games in a series, you can come out flat the next game. That's been the opposite for Team Liquid.
Going in, does get stunned up, knocked up. Core, though, into the back line, onto Palafox, and here comes Jan. The artillery has arrived, and he's brought the big guns. Jan gonna have to flash out from Seos' combo. But
BTLs. It's gonna be really, really hard for Shopify to get in here.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, and B-Boy is gonna make that even tougher as Impact finds him. Impact is able to help knock him down. The flick back lands onto Fudge. He's going to flash in.
Whoa.
Does get one back. Great shutdown from Fudge, but it just won't really change. That's only going to be an instant pick or people who can't be involved in the fight.
And you see TL already as they set up for this Baron. Again, they pushed in the top wave.
The series, they never seem to give up, even in scrims. It's helped them improve slowly over the course of the split. And this is a game that is effectively unwinnable if Team Liquid plays well. In case Team Liquid make a big mistake.
They're not making a big mistake here, though. They get that.
Starting it up, they know they got a good chunk onto contracts. They know that Victor is down on that bot side. Core JJ moving up here. They're gonna flash on him. They're gonna try to take him down, but they have the damage to do it. It doesn't look like it just yet. He barely survives, gets out of there without even using his flash. Just the heal and the quickness. Almost ties to the Baron over the wall, though. They do have eyes on this, but contracts doesn't feel like he can even go for it. They do grab it for quite a while here. We'll see if they can put some pressure onto Impact as they're gonna look for the charge. Trying to use the Aura Cage to stun him in the wall, but couldn't quite get it. Now in comes the Talia wall. Seos and B-Boy will be pushed back here. The first of the inhibitor towers does fall.
Yeah, nice wall from APA to be able to set up that mid turret take. Impact still pushing on this top side, able to take the Maiden out as Fudge is trying to stop him. APA is now here. And this Talia is such a problem for Shopify as TL are sieging because the flipbacks from APA have been so good.
Yeah, Team Liquid continuing to take this one slow, though not wanting to make too big of a mistake. Contracts and Seos constantly looking for engages, just haven't been able to find them, as at least one inhibitor goes down, likely to be followed by a second.
Yeah, it is going to be two going down for sure here. You can see that Palafox is down in bot lane, at least protecting that, but Contracts may have
game as long as possible, hoping the Team Liquid ints on them as they go to check.
Good sidestep by Seos as he's going to be able to avoid it. The Counter-Strike was interrupted by his Contracts as Yuji's pushing forward, and in comes APA. They are now all sectioned off, and Yuji's going in. Gets a multi-man knock-up, pours into the back line, and Impact is wrecking them. You can see Jan on the side is going to be targeted. Jan trying to get out of there, does go into the stasis. Jan down incredibly low. It's going to be up to Seos and B-Boy. B-Boy trying to finish him off, can't quite do it. B-Boy flashing. B-Boy doesn't even get Jan. It's the ace. It's the quadra for APA as TL are pushing forward, looking to extend their series. Lucky number 4 for TL is at least how far we are going to go. They refuse to go down without a fight here. The whole team steps up in crunch time, takes the game, dominates the game, and extends the series.
Absolute Talia masterclass coming out from AP.
Becomes very hard to operate through team fights.
Yeah, fresh new visual update as well. It can be fun to see that one on the Rift as Casante's locked in last for Team Liquid. That's the draft. That's our thoughts on it. Let's throw it over to the casters to get their thoughts.
Such a strong, massive comfort pick for APA.
Well, this is trouble for Jan here. The passive is stacked. He does cleanse. He's likely to have to flash as well. Are they going to flash to follow? They will not. The Electro just barely did not kill him, but Core's going to have to flash, and he may have flashed too late. The boomerang blade from B-Boy cuts him in.
The faster you can get Sivir on mid-wave, the more important it is that she's winning the shove battle anyway. And because APA had built a null magic mantle already, switching physical damage into mid lane means he now really has to almost follow the LeBlanc around. So pretty easy early game so far from Shopify off of that level 1.
Yeah, really, really nice use of their pressure, able to get
got off of that failed top play from Team Liquid, and I feel like slowly turned it into this Drake, unless I missed someone missing a lane assignment or taking a late recall by Shopify, because from the current...
Oh, Fudge is behind APA here, and they're calling up contracts, so they're going to look for another play here. He has no flash. The satchel has to be good, but he's going to get knocked back, and this time he's got nowhere to go, so he's just going to go for the wave, accept his fate here. Contracts kills him.
But Shopify are trying to make that lower bracket run of their own. They swept 100 Thieves. They were up 2-0 against Team Liquid, and they got a pretty big lead.
Yeah, it is getting very low. I mean, when you have all these winning lanes, all these pushing lanes, the Grubs are going to get a lot done for you. Core JJ looking. It's going to be spell shielded on the ultimate, but they're going to try to turn it on to Seos. Seos pops the flash, pops the heal. It is not enough. Not by a long shot.
They do a Rift Herald as well.
Yeah, the Rift Herald's going to be really big for TL. Might be able to help them, again, push forward, get some turret taking power, because as we just saw, they were able to take 0 turret plates in that first 14
Impact
minutes.
could be in some trouble. They're going to be ulting over the wall, looking for him. Do they have the damage to finish him off? Looks like he should be able to walk it out, but they just want to try to dive it. Excuse me, the distort damage there as Palafox goes forward is more than enough.
Yeah, as this Herald was dropped on the top side for APA, he will be able to get this turret because he is a Ziggs. I really love that from Shopify, right?
And that could be a bit of a blueprint for how they try and play the rest of this game out. I know we talked about Impact wanting to Palafox. He's got a 1,000 gold lead against the Ziggs. He's got upgraded Ludens. He's got a lot of upfront damage. So if you're not able to hard engage on the LeBlanc
here has done a lot of work with it. They are going to find Fudge, but is it going to be enough? Yuji's trying to get over the wall. He's going to have to use his ult to get over the wall. Now they're locking down Fudge, and Fudge is just going to have to accept his fate. It's a good shutdown there. Yuji gets the kill, and now they're going to look to pressure bot here with the Ziggs.
Could be a lot of gold. The UG Core JJ kill squad is the only thing keeping them in this game. He's going Collector Viego as well after this Triforce, so he's looking for a carry angle in this one. He's going to be able to get half this turret gold as well and try to continue to accelerate himself in this game. This very deliberate kind of heavyweight team. And that's how they're maneuvering around the map. They're not really taking any risks. They're making
try to trade for that, see if they can get some more gold injected into their team.
And we see the response from Shopify as soon as they recognize that. Palafox is actually up on the tier 2 bot, and he's going to get it before, depending on Ziggs, yeah, there we go, before APA and Impact are actually able to chew through their own. Was like really, really good, and then it just kind of devolved from there. So if they're able to close this out.
Oh, Palafox is going to get stunned up. Can they burst him down? It's Core JJ that is in trouble. Palafox will be fine. They get the kill on the Core. Yuji has to ult in retreat. But yeah, I mean, to your point, Emily, the narrative has completely changed. It used to be for Shopify, the story was, yeah, they're really close until they lose the game.
Yep.
But now it is about them and their evolution here. They did lose 1 game, so the streak is broken, but they still would have won 6 out of their last 7 games if they can clean this up, and they're in a great position to do it. Would be back-to-back sweeps, kind of depending on can Jan and APA poke them down a little bit while still dodging all of the poke that's going to be coming out from the Shopify side. Is Impact getting a little bit spicy here with B-Boy, but he's going to be locked up by the chains, and I think Impact is probably just dead. He flashes back, the locket comes in. Is it going to be enough, though? He's getting incredibly low. Palafox goes forward, just barely can't finish him off, but Fudge, fishing with the Shock Blast, does not find him. Impact has to go back to base, but they've lost control over mid lane here, as Palafox still looking for more on the side. They're just going to take the inhibitor tower in their face.
Massive chunk onto Impact up. B-Boy might be in trouble. No, it's going to be Core that could.
They can't get the execute. Core really wanted the reset here.
Yeah, Yuji in some trouble, has him incredibly low there. They're going to TP back in, but, I mean, Yuji's low, APA's low. Can they even really go for this? They spot contracts, they spot Palafox, but I don't think there's anything really here. Just going to be able to jump out to safety.
I think Team Liquid is hoping that APA can get to a point where his ult flies over the top of some Core JJCC, and has snuck behind him a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see if they can actually lock him down. He's just going to go into APA, and he's looking to just burst APA down. The chain doesn't quite connect, but it doesn't even matter. He flashes forward. You get eyes on it. They do spot it out now with the blue trinket.
Palafox is going to base TP, so Shopify might turn for a fight here.
Yeah, they see that Seos and Fudge are in the area. Yuji trying to get escorted in. The Baron getting incredibly low. Yuji's got to get in there. Impact on the side is fighting B-Boy, but it's Yuji being forced over the wall. He just gets pushed out. Core is dead. TLR crumbling. Jan is going to follow. B-Boy may die to Impact, but he flashes back over the wall, stays alive, and now Impact is on the wrong side of the map with no one there to help him. Palafox is going hunting for top laners while the rest of the team is back on the Baron. He is spotted, does TP out to safety, but it is 2 members down. It is the Baron going to Shopify. It is Shopify getting that much closer to heading to finals weekend.
And Shopify is just a completely different team.
Still leveraging this bot side pressure while Shopify up. Core might be dead again.
Yeah, Core looking like he's just going to get chased down here, trying to run, but there is nowhere to go. Palafox is on the hunt.
Fight, it absolutely didn't matter.
And full desperation for Team Liquid here. It's a 4v5, and they're trying to withstand this Baron push. They'll probably lose 2 inhibitors. Let's see how Shopify play this.
We'll see if they can lose even more. There's the stun. The Ziggs ulti barely does not connect. Palafox able to distort out to safety there. Dodges the True Shot Barrage. Dodges the Mega Inferno Bomb. And that is 2 of the biggest tools. And he just wants more. Goes in. The chains does not connect onto APA. So APA will just go back to the base. Try to stay safe here. But this is 2 inhibitors falling in a hurry. It's TL not really hanging on here. just trying to delay the push. The death cap now completed for APA. Does he have the wave clear to be able to stand against this Baron push? That is the real question. But it's Shopify. They're just constantly poking away, not giving them any room to breathe.
They feel so confident they could just back away and get the Infernal Soul, but they're actually going to go for maybe the end. This Nexus turret's falling as well.
The first Nexus tower is down. The poke landing on the core. Core's incredibly low. Palafox goes in, tries to finish him off. Can't quite do it, but it's Yon going back. Palafox is looking for more. Impact is in the front line, but he is alone by himself. He is down. The Nexus is exposed, and Shopify will not be denied. They sweep 100 Thieves. They take down TL, and they head to finals weekend.
Shopify!
I'm honestly a little bit of a slacker in the beginning of a lot of splits, but I've been grinding a lot more. Our team has just been coming together. Like with the addition of Demonte, I think we're playing more as a team, and we're playing more for each other. I think Fudge and Juan have stepped up a lot. B-Boy and Seos have stepped up a lot. I mean, honestly, like everyone has really just leveled up on our team so far. So yeah, just let's continue to do that, you know?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of shout-outs from Revan for Demonte as well and what he's done for the team, so credit where it's due. But to close out the interview here, because I know that you want to get back with your team and celebrate a little bit here, I know that you're a big collector for the Pokemon TCG. First off, have you heard of Riftbound that's coming out soon? Are you going to play that one?
I have heard of Riftbound. It does seem pretty interesting to play. I played, I don't play the Pokemon TCG as much. I play Magic more than I play Pokemon.
Well, those are both competitors now, so we'll see what goes forward. What's the most expensive card that you have? Let's flex a little bit right now, because I know you collect.
I mean, I pulled the, well, my girlfriend pulled the Magikarp SIR, which is like a $200-something card. I don't like buying cards. I only like pulling. So I also have the Flareon SIR as well. So those are my two favorite.
Okay, fair enough. That 200, that's a very pricey card. I know LS is here co-streaming. He might have some of the Riftbound cards, so hit him up after this. But thank you so much, Palafox. Congratulations on the victory. But now we're going to throw it back to the lounge.
Okay.
Turret's good.
Yeah, Leona's 1 HP.
Leona, we can walk up. We can walk up and hit tower.
Yeah.
Hitting Sante.
Oh,
We need to help him.
Kasante.
Rooted. He'll be rooted. He's done.
Can we fight? Can we base? Base.
Nice!
Shopify's back! Nice!
Nice, guys.
Dude.
Nice.
Finish for Shopify Rebellion, and they're gonna keep going. They are now officially in finals weekend. What a split for this team so far.
Pretty good.
Are you ready to join the Rebellion? Are you ready to join the Rebellion? Because it looks so good. The underdog stories are always really fun too. So whenever a team like starts slow and then picks up a lot of momentum through playoffs, they gain like a lot of fans. You know, a lot of people really start to follow that story. You guys aren't sweating though, right?
I'm not. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm not surprised. I voted 3-2. I do think it could have had a 5-game series, but honestly, a really nice performance by contract, Palafox and Fudge. I think that the top side played really well. I think that honestly, all 5 players had some good moments. I feel like most important factors here was that they didn't need anyone in particular to pop off.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of concerns can be like, oh, this player has to carry. I feel like in this particular last game, that kind of gives me a lot of reassurance if I'm a Shopify fan or I'm watching them from their perspectives. Like B-Boy having that really good Sivir game is really what put the pressure, I think, on TL to try and stop Shopify from scaling.
Yeah. Now we do have Kangas that's going to be sitting with APA. So take it away, Kangas.
Thank you very much. I have APA. Thank you for doing this interview with us. I know it's tough after a loss, but I want to give you the chance to reflect as Team Liquid not making it finals weekend, but still pretty deep run here. So looking back at the journey and Split 2, I want to start there and say, how did the team try and get everything together from the start? I know it's the format was a little odd of just like best of 1s and best of 3s, now best of 5s. What was the experience like for you?
I mean, the start of our split was definitely rough after first down. We definitely took I guess like a hit to our confidence. And then it's like kind of widely known that we did tryouts for some spots. So I'm not sure how much that affected us because of course we added UG. Yeah, I think the start of our split was rocky. Then as the split went on, we started to get more and more informed to what like should be our expectations, should be what our form is. And I mean, honestly, I think we just fell short. Like, I don't think this series should be going the way of Shopify, in my opinion. I think we just didn't perform to our standards today.
What do you feel are those standards? I want to dive into that a little more because obviously you're a player that's tasted success. You've tasted the highest stages on Team Liquid. So first off, what kind of weight do you put on yourself to perform, and where do you feel like you weren't able to match that today?
Well, I think our expectation just going into the split is just to win. So like that's, I guess, the expectation. You know, it just sucks to lose. That's all I can say.
Can be tough to do that. You also mentioned the fact that there were some tryouts going on, and now there is the 6-man roster with Yuji and Umti. So I know that you and Yuji have a bit of a history as well. You know, both Maryville alumni technically. So I want to get your thoughts on Yuji as a player and trying to get him caught up with the rest of the team. Obviously, it wasn't able to get you to finals weekend, but still, I think we saw some bright spots.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some bright spots. I think he's just a player that lacks a little bit of experience. You know, he joined in towards the very, very end of regular season. He had very little games going into the playoffs, like the do or die matches, but definitely some bright spots. He's a very calm player, very cool and collected, even in the very chaotic games. It's nice to have a calming voice such as Yuji with us, who's just do this, blah blah blah, do that. No, I see great he's a great prospect, I guess you could say, going forward, and I'm excited to see what he can do in summer.
I love hearing that because, of course, when we watch the games, we don't hear the comms, but calming voice is always good to learn. But you were in a similar position when you joined Team Liquid, joining about halfway through a split, having to perform. Did you have any advice for him and what that experience and pressure would feel like?
I mean, I would just say trust your veterans. I had Piosik and Core. He has Core and Impact. So just two literal world champions, just great veterans to have, and they taught me a lot when I joined the team. So yeah.
Do you feel like you're approaching veteran status? It's now what, a little over 2 years?
Getting there for sure. It's the end of my sophomore year, so definitely getting there.
All right. Well, as you continue your journey, getting ready now for next split, any final message that you have for all the fans out there, everybody that's been cheering on you and Team Liquid?
I mean, sorry for the result, to be honest. I definitely think we should be playing placing much higher than fourth. At least personally for myself, and I'm sure Jan and everyone else will have tremendous